Hi everybody, welcome to Mentour and another video podcast. As always, I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Today on the video, guys, are you under a bigger risk of being infected with things like viruses, like the coronavirus, when you're out flying an aircraft? What is up with the recirculation of the air? How does the air conditioning system actually work? And also, if you stay tuned, you'll hear my story about when I was quarantined back in 2003, so stay tuned. This video has been made possible largely because of the help and support of my Patreon. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I'm so grateful that so many people are deciding to support the channel. Now, if you're sitting out there and you think, I want to support as well then check out this link up here. You can choose to donate as little or as much as you like, but I use my Patreon crew not only for financial support of the channel, but also to give ideas, like the idea for this video, for example, or feedback on thumbnails, so you get to preview my videos. And if you are at $10 per month or higher, you will also become a premium member of the Mentour Aviation app. So check out the link, and a huge thank you to those of you who are already part of the group. Unless you have been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks or so, you know that there is an absolute media frenzy regarding the novel coronavirus of 2019. This is a virus that started off probably in a food market in the town of Wuhan in China, and it's spreading very quickly, very rapidly within China, and it's also starting to pop up all over the world with death toll starting to rise. Now, the coronavirus is a virus very similar to the common kind of flu that we tend to get every year. It's just a little bit more contagious and a little bit more deadly, at least from the initial reports. Now, having said that, I really want to emphasize that the deadliness of this virus is very much in line with previous similar outbreaks. Okay, I'm going to get to that later on. But the way that this virus spreads is also similar to a common flu virus, as in it's normally spread by bodily fluid. So if you sneeze, for example, you will spread it in droplets, and inside of those droplets can be the virus. Now, the virus will sit in those droplets, which will be suspended in the air for a few minutes, where someone will breathe it in, or they're going to fall down onto surfaces, and on the surfaces they seem to be able to survive and be contagious for a couple of hours. So, would that mean then that since the air inside of an aircraft is being recycled, that you are more likely to become infected by a virus like the coronavirus if you're flying an aircraft? Well, in order for you to understand that, you need to understand how the air conditioning system in an aircraft works and what kind of air that you're actually breathing. So I've done a video about the air conditioning system. If you want to see more of the details about it, you can check out the link up here. But what you need to understand is that the air that you're breathing inside of the aircraft is being brought in from the engine, from the compressor stage of the engine, fifth to the ninth stage. It's then going through several valves into an air cycle machine, which will take away some of the liquid content of the fluids, like the water vapor, for example, out of it. And then it's being brought into what we call a mixed manifold before the packs are sending it out. Part of it, left pack into the cockpit, right pack into the passenger zones. Now, in the zones, you guys will be breathing into this air, right? And whatever you do, if you're sneezing, if you're farting, whatever you're doing, that is then being picked up and it's being sucked out and it's being recycled again. And here is where people are freaking out. They say, well, what if someone sneezes and it's just being recycled over and over again into the passenger cabin? But this is also where all of the misconceptions are. Because the air that's being recycled, the reason that it's being recycled is to take a little bit of strain off the packs. Okay? So it's to be able to use less of the bleed air in order to give you something to breathe. The air is then being sucked out and it's going through a filter called a HEPA filter, which is high efficiency particle These filters are made to absorb anything that's in the air that's bigger than 0.3 micrometers, and they are efficient up to about 99.95%, right? So they're extremely efficient filters. These filters are very similar to what you'll find in, for example, hospitals. So the air inside of the cabin is actually as clean as the air as you'll find in a hospital environment. Of course, they're really, really careful because there's a lot of sick people in there. And another reason why you don't need to freak out about the air inside the cabin is because it's also being replenished at a very high rate. So generally speaking, the air is being completely renewed inside of the cabin about 20 to 30 times per hour. So every 2 to 3 minutes, you will be breathing completely fresh air, and that's much more both filtered and freshness than you would get in almost any other place. You are more likely to contract the virus because of the air quality in your office building, the train station, or well, maybe not when you're walking outside, but any time that you're in a confined space, the air quality in the aircraft is actually very high. So I just want to really emphasize that. Now, some of you will say, well, I always feel like I'm getting a cold when I'm getting onto an aircraft, or I always sneeze more than I'm normal. And that has to do with another thing. Remember how I told you that the air that was taken out of the engines are going through an air cycle machine and the water vapor is being taken out? Well, in that process, together with the fact that there's very little water vapor to start with when you're cruise altitude, makes the air in the cabin extremely dry. So if you have a bit of a cold, it's likely that the dryness of the air is going to make it tingle more in your throat, in your sinuses, and in your nose than it would be at sea level with normal kind of moist air. But actually, that has a positive point to it, because the dry air is actually not conducive to spreading viruses. The drier the air, the less risk of spreading viruses. So the dryness of the air, even though it might feel very uncomfortable, is actually better, so you're safer. Okay. Now, if a person sneezes, the water particles will move about 6 to 8 feet. So that means that anyone that's in the two rows surrounding the person who sneezes are at risk of breathing that in. Of course, the air cycling through the HEPA filters cannot stop direct impact from the water particles. So people are asking, should we be wearing face masks? And the answer to that is, yeah, face masks can be a good way to stop the virus from spreading to you. But a far bigger and more important thing to do is to keep a good hand hygiene, right? It is to have some alcohol gel, some of that cleaning gel for your hands with you if you don't have access to running water. And if you do have access to running water, make sure that you clean your hands properly with soap for up to 20 seconds before you eat, for example, put your hands in your mouth or whatever it is. So good hand hygiene. Use one of those masks if you want to, but the reason that those masks tend not to be so effective is that people tend to put their hands inside of the masks to scratch themselves, whatever. Whenever you do that, you're still taking potential virus towards your mouth, or if you are infected with it, you're actually spreading it on the surfaces that you touch. So I know a lot of people take with them little wet wipes to wipe the area where you're sitting. That would also be a good idea. But generally, if there's one thing that you should be doing, is cleaning your hands, right? Keep your hands clean. So what would happen if you are traveling from a region that there is a known case of the outbreak? So let's say that you're flying from Wuhan and into another place. What if the flight crew, the cabin crew, notices that someone has the symptoms of it? Well, this is quite fascinating. So the cabin crew have ways of dealing with sick passengers. Normally, there's only one cabin crew that will be dealing with sick passengers, so that everyone is involved. They can be using gloves, they can be using face masks, and this is something that we've seen throughout the world now. Different airlines are tackling this differently. Some crew will be using masks all the time now because of the increased risk. But they will be finding out what's wrong with this person. So asking them about their age, their symptoms, if they've had any previous problems, where they've been, things like that. And then with the passengers information on to the flight crew. We will be writing down that, and then we will be contacting a person on the ground. If the passenger needs, for example, medical attention, or an ambulance, we'll tell you about that, but also we will be passing on the symptoms. And the reason for that is because the people on the ground, which is the Center for Disease Control in the US, or World Health, it's called, if you fly into the UK, for example, they will be assessing where is this aircraft coming from, and is there anything that we need to watch out for. And if I'm flying out of Wuhan and I'm coming in and I'm reporting that there's a passenger on board who's showing signs of the flu with high fever, for example, well then it's likely that this aircraft is going to be quarantined. You're seeing reports of that happening even to cruise ships nowadays. But I have actually myself been in a situation where I have been quarantined, and that happened back in 2003 when the SARS epidemic was on. Me and my captain, I was the first officer at the point, was flying from a destination, I can't remember which one it was, in southern France, and then we were flying back to London. During the flight, our cabin crew came in and said, we have a passenger on board who's vomiting and she's showing signs of the flu. Now we didn't connect the dots then, we didn't think about it, so we just contacted Port Health. The passenger had asked to get some medical attention when we got down. We contacted Port Health, said, listen, we have a passenger on board, she's showing signs of the flu, can you ask for a doctor when we arrive? And we didn't even tell air traffic control that we had a medical emergency, because it wasn't